Okay. Good morning, students. So, I welcome you all to our e-learning class. So, this is your science class, as you know. Okay. I think all of you are ready with the science subject. And today, your chapter is chapter number 12, the Earth and its companions. Okay. I have written on the board. Yes. And I will request everyone to mute the microphone. Mute your own microphone. Okay. And I will expect everyone to open the science book. Okay, your science book. Today we are going to learn chapter number 12, the Earth and its companions. And you know that we have already started the chapter in the previous class. We have in the previous, especially the online class, we have learned up to the movements of the Earth. No, two movements of the Earth, rotation and revolution. And the last video, that offline video that has been made, it was the moon. We have learned the moon there and different phases of the moon. So before starting our new topic, today's topic will be the stars. Okay, understood everyone? I will just have a recap what we have done in the previous video. We have learned the moon. You know moon is the natural satellite of the earth. It is called the natural satellite of the earth. So first of all we will learn what is a satellite. We have learned that a heavenly body that revolves around a planet, a heavenly body that revolves around a planet is called a satellite. Okay. Then we have also learned about the moonlight. What is moonlight? You know, actually the moon has no light of its own. It is shining. Why we are seeing the moon at night? This full moon night, Purnima. We are seeing the whole moon. We are seeing because the moon is just reflecting the sunlight as it falls on the moon. When the sun rays is falling on the moon, it's just reflecting the sunlight. So we are able to see the moon. This is the moonlight. Then we have learned about craters. Craters are the huge holes on the surface of the moon. You know what are craters? Craters are the huge holes on the surface of the moon. The astronauts, those who have gone to the moon, they have just taken the photograph of the moon that shows there are huge holes. That huge holes are called the craters. I am talking about page number 80 and 81. All of you will follow page number 80 and 81 in your science book. Okay, this is your page number 80 and 81. And there is no air on the moon, we have learned. Then we have learned the different phases of the moon. So question will be there, what are the phases? What are phases of the moon? What are phases of the moon? Okay, what are phases of the moon? You will learn here also, very interesting and very important for you. The day-to-day changes in the shape of the moon as seen from the earth are called phases of the moon. You can underline it. This is your answer. What are phases of the moon? I have told you the question. If possible, you will write this question. Okay. The day-to-day changes in the shape of the moon as seen from the earth are called phases of the moon. So then we will learn the different phases of the moon. I have given you one homework in the previous video. Those who have watched the video, you might have seen there that I have given you to draw the, you will draw the different, phases, draw the different phases of the moon. Okay, you will draw the different phases as it is given in the book. You will draw. Okay, the different phases of the moon are, I'll just write the different phases. Different phases of the moon. What are the different phases of the moon? Number one, new moon. New moon means when you cannot see the moon at all. When you cannot see the moon at all. This page number 81 I am talking about. Okay, when you cannot see the moon at all, that means the night is very dark. Actually, there is the Amavasya, it is called Amavasya, that is in the Kali Puja. Okay. Okay. Next phase is the crescent moon. CRESCENT, crescent moon. Here in this phase you can see a small lit portion, sickle shaped, small portion, just like this one, sickle shaped. Okay. Then there is next phase is half moon. Half moon means you can see half of the portion, half portion of the moon. Okay. Then gibbous moon, when you see more than half of the moon, when you are seeing the more than half of the moon, it is called the gibbous moon. Then full moon means you are seeing the whole of the moon, means complete moon. When you are seeing the complete moon, that means it is Purnima. In the Purnima you can see the whole of the moon, the complete moon. Okay. Number 4 is gibbous moon, and number 5 is full moon. Okay, full moon means you can see the whole of the moon. These are the different phases: new moon, crescent moon, half moon, gibbous moon, and full moon. Okay, we have done this one already in the last video. Today your topic will be the stars. So I will just erase this one. Today we'll start stars. Okay. The stars. This is page number, same page number 81. You can follow page number 81. See, first of all, stars. What are stars? Stars are big heavenly bodies that have their own light. So remember, stars are the heavenly bodies that have their own light. Most of the stars are much bigger than the sun. You must remember this one. You can underline. Most of the stars are much bigger than the sun. They look so small. The sun is not looking small, but the stars are looking small. Suppose a star is very big than the sun, but it is looking very small to us. Why? You can write this question. Why does the stars look so small? Yes. Yes, I am just telling you. So the question is, why does the stars look so small? Okay, you can write this question. The stars, answer will be the stars. Here written, you can underline, the stars look so small because they are very far away from us. They are very far away from the earth, so they are looking very small to us. We can observe stars with a telescope, Actually, we are observing the stars with the help of the telescope. Telescope actually is an instrument or a device that help you to see the distant objects near. Means actually these telescopes are used to see the objects that are very much away from us. Okay, the distant objects you can see with the help of the telescope. Stars are there in the sky day and night. Okay, we are able to see the stars only at night because during the daytime the sunlight is brighter than the light of the star. So remember this one, very important line you can underline here. We are able to, stars are present during the daytime as well in the night time, but we are able to see the stars only at night because during the daytime the sunlight is much more brighter than the light of the star. The sunlight is much more brighter than the light of the star, so we are not able to see the stars at night. Okay, okay, next page we will now we will move to the next page. This is page number 82. Okay, this is page number 82. In the north we can see a very bright star. Okay, you can underline here. In the north we can see a very bright star. It is called the pole star or Dhruv Tara. Means this pole star is always shining in the sky, very much shining and very much bright. You can identify it easily. Okay, yes, at night, I have told you, at night you can see it very much bright. Okay, it is the only stationary star in the sky. It helps to find the north direction. So this pole star is used to find the north direction or help us to find the north direction, because this pole star always present in the north side of the sky, north position. Okay, earlier when there were no instruments like the magnetic compass, sailors used to take the help of the pole star to find their ways. You can underline also, very important. So when there was telescope or the magnetic compass, everything was not discovered or invented. That time the sailors, sailors, they are sailing across the sea or ocean. They're going to the sea or the ocean. They are using this pole star to find their ways or their direction. They are actually finding their ways or direction with the help of the pole star. They know pole star is always in the north position, north direction, so they can find their position or the ways. Okay, next, some stars are arranged in groups. Some stars are arranged in groups and form patterns in the sky. You will also underline here. Some stars are arranged in groups and form patterns in the sky. They are actually forming some patterns or figure. I can actually, this is figure or any picture they are forming. Such group of stars are called constellations. So here you will learn question, what are constellations? What are constellations? What are constellations? You will learn here. What are constellations? Constellations are group of stars that are arranged to form patterns. Constellations are group of stars that are arranged to form patterns in the sky, night sky. They are called constellations. They form patterns of various animals and objects. So these constellations are forming various patterns of various animals and objects. Okay, we learn this one, what a constellation. Okay, some examples of constellation, you can find this on page number 82 in your book. In your science book, you can follow page number 82. At the side, there is some colorful constellations given here. Some constellations are, I will write here some name of constellations. Some name of constellations are, some constellations are, what are those constellations? Number one, Leo. Leo, Leo. Leo means just like the shape of a lion. You can see there. When you join these dots, this star, you can form the lion. It is forming the shape of the lion. Leo. Then is number two is Orion. Orion. Orion means hunter. See there, when you join the stars, they form the hunter. Hunter shape. It's like a hunter shape. It is Orion. Okay. Then number three, Ursa Major. Ursa Major. Ursa Major. It is your the shape of a great bear. Bear, you know, bear, great bear. Okay. When you join the stars, it forms the shape of a bear, great bear. Next is number four is Scorpius. 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 It is the shape of a scorpion. When you join the stars there, it is forming the shape of the scorpion. Okay. So these are the name of the constellation I have written here. You can memorize this one name. Actually, the question can be name any four constellation or name some constellations. What are constellations and name some constellations. Okay. You can form this one. Okay. So this is your constellations, means the Leo, Orion, Ursa Major, Scorpius. Okay. So we have completed the chapter. I hope you will go through the chapter well. Now there are some keywords. You will learn these keywords as your one-word answer. Okay. You will learn the keywords as one-word answer. Okay. These keywords you will learn as one word answer. I am just showing you one. See here, suppose give one word answer. Suppose question giving here spinning. Question is spinning of the earth. Spinning of the earth on its own axis. On its own axis. The answer will be rotation. Okay. Then another one I am telling you, heavenly body. Heavenly body that revolves around the planet. That revolves around a planet. Your answer will be satellite. Okay. This way you will learn. Actually the sentence will be given and you have to write the answer, one word answer. Okay. So that's all for today's class, children. In our next class we will be solving the exercise of this chapter, and I hope you will all see the offline videos as well as the online videos, okay, of my class. So thank you everyone.